Hey guys, so you know what they say, all good things must come to an end. I never intended to be in the handle business. It was never an idea that I could make a living selling axe handles. It's never really where I was going with axe handles. I started selling axe handles because no one else was really offering what I was looking for. We had at that time, and I don't remember the time period. It's been a while, but I don't remember exactly when I started selling handles. But at that time, there were very few choices on axe handles. You had hardware stores. There was a couple websites, but they were all just selling the same regurgitated handle. There were um, individuals hand making handles, custom, but that was it. There was no mass production handles like this. I mean, they're custom, but they were mass produced. So I went to an Amish guy, who was selling hardware store handles, and I said, "Hey, do you know what's wrong with what you sell?" And then he was very interested in learning what was wrong because they were just selling what they had always sold. And he was excited to work with me, and we came up with some patterns, and we worked out all the bugs, and it took us a long time. It was a very long process, very long and very challenging process, because what the end product that I wanted was what everybody wanted: perfect grain, thin handle, good dimensions, quality wood, all that stuff. So it took us a long time to work all that out. And then we did. And we worked it out, and we came up with a very good product, one of the best. And they've been selling well ever since. There's many problems selling handles like this. Not everyone can be pleased. I do my best to send out only quality products. I've had issues over the years with products, but they never left this property. They've never left. The real issues have never left this property. I've always either ate the product or worked it out with the maker, and they made it right with me. But I've never shipped a handle out of here that was just completely unusable or garbage. Sure, there's been problems over the years. Handles crack sometimes in transit. That's just the way it is. In almost every instance, I've taken care of that customer on the other end. Sometimes the handle, if there's a crack, sometimes in the handle, it doesn't matter. It would crack down here in this palm swell where you're going to remove the wood anyway. Stuff like that, and people still got mad at me for that. But there's been a lot of folks. Don't get me wrong. A lot of you guys have supported me and encouraged me, and I appreciate it. But there has been a lot of folks that have been a real, absolute thorn in my side. I'm going to keep this PG-13. And there's some folks out there that are just so unreasonable, and their expectations are so high. I don't think you could send them a perfect handle without them finding a flaw in it. And it just blows my mind of their expectations. Um, and then the lack of skill I've never understood why somebody who's never hung an axe in their life would start with a $60 handle. That just, I don't get that at all. It's just not the place to start. It's not. You don't start with a $60 handle and then you mess it up and then you contact me like it's my fault that you're inexperienced. So I've had a lot of issues over the years with customers, not with the product, with customers. And it's gotten to the point where now, not just that, but between the price of shipping, my cost of these handles, everything's gone up. It's just not worth it anymore, guys. I never really made any money on this anyway. And like I said, I never went into this with the mindset, I'm going to make this a business. I couldn't keep everything he made. So I had to sell the extra to make it worth his time to get what I wanted. And then that turned into this handle business. And I was happy to do it as long as I was compensated for my time and it wasn't a lot of aggravation. Well, it's a lot of aggravation. It's beyond the amount of aggravation that I'm willing to commit to this. And the little bit of money that I make doing this is just, it's not worth it, guys. I know there's people sitting there thinking I'm getting rich off of this. If I was making so much money, I wouldn't be making this video right now. I can't. I have so many other projects and priorities that are more important than this. And I know it probably seems like this isn't a very tough gig, and it's not, but it's still very time consuming. It's almost an hour drive from my house to go pick these handles up. And then I have to bring them home. I have to sort them. I have to list them, put them on my website. I have to send you guys a newsletter. I have to post on social media. And then when you guys order, I have to package all these handles. And that's all very time consuming. It is a full weekend of work from 6 o'clock in the morning till 10, 11 o'clock at night, both days, to get all these handles out of here, in and out. And then if sales slow down like they have here recently, I don't spend as much time that weekend packaging, but then I have orders throughout the week that just trickle in. And, I don't want to leave anybody's order hanging, but I can't drop everything I'm doing just to come package these orders. So the writing's on the wall. It has been a fun run. I've learned a lot about axe handles, about wood, and about people in the time that I've done this. And I am proud of what I've done. I would hope that if you have a Killinger axe handle, you equate that to quality, because that was always my goal. We're never meant to sell a lot of handles. We were meant to sell the best handles. And I feel like we did that. So what's on my website right now is the last of what I have. It's mostly French curves. There's some full-size Adirondack, some 28-inch single bits, and some 28-inch boys axe handles. There might be a couple other little stragglers, but as far as axe handles, that's all I have left, and that's all there will be after these are gone. So if there was something you wanted and it's available now, you should grab it before it's gone. File handles, I don't know. I might still do those. We'll see. I haven't broke even on that project yet. I thought it would do better than it did. Let's put it that way. I guess I was naive thinking there were that many people that used a file still. So for now, I do have another order of small file handles and a few large file handles. And I've made a commitment to that order. So I will fulfill that with my supplier once he gets it. I'll get them and then I'll put them on the website. So those, we'll continue on with those until they, we'll see how the next batch sells. Let's just put it that way. Because if you guys don't want it, there's no point in making them. Snake juice. I don't know what we'll do with that. I'll probably still offer that in a limited supply, kind of like I do now. I don't want to saturate the market with it. So we'll probably still mess around with that. And who knows what else is coming down the pipe. I don't know. I know I want to get back to just concentrating on working on my property here. So I'm not saying I'm not going to miss this, because I do. I'll miss doing this to a point. But it's time. It's time to call it. It's time to retire. So everybody, thank you for all your support. It means a lot.